Hello everybody, I'm Gary from Liberty Space, and today we're going to be building something that every Rocketeer eventually does build. This thing is a model rocket test stand. So basically, there'll be a stand platform fixed on the ground where you can fire rocket motors. This project is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's pretty interesting, and I'm happy that I actually have the resources and the ability and the time to do it now. So without any further ado, I'm going to show you what's up. To build this model rocket test stand, we have an air conditioning pedestal. What an air conditioning pedestal is a device or a metal frame that sits on top of a roof of a house and allows for an air conditioning unit to sit on top on even ground, so that way it doesn't fall off the roof or become unsafe. As you can see, this platform is a little bit unlevel, so I have some bits of cardboard down there underneath two corners of the legs, and now it moves like it doesn't even move at all. This thing is rigid, it is sound, it is strong. I just hope it can be that way on unlevel terrain, such as desert area where we'll be firing these motors. This model rocket test stand will be simple and easy to build, as it only has about 4 parts. The rusted out metal frame here, a piece of 2x4 that lays right across, and then this nice and lovely brick right here that'll sit there and support the weight of the rocket motor as it's pushing upward. So that's basically all it takes to build this model rocket test stand. It's nothing serious. I know it looks a little janky, but a couple layers of paint on the coated surface of the metal and it should be totally fine. I'm in the process of researching some de-rust applications, so I'm trying to remove as much rust as I possibly can from this before I paint it. And it should be really simple, and at the end of the day, I think it'll look pretty decent and do what we want it to do. So if you look at this level right here that's sitting on the piece of 2x4, the bubble is a little bit leaning to the right, which indicates that it's kind of canted and a little bit unlevel. Well, I would like this to be as level as possible. I don't think it's going to become that level because every piece of wood has a natural bow or misshapeness to it, making it not a perfectly flat and straight surface. So even though this one's twisted a little bit, it shouldn't be too much of a problem because when rockets fire, they always fly at an arc anyways. So it's not like it's going to affect our research in any way. It shouldn't be shaving off any numbers, if any. So yeah, and that's just a little update on this piece of wood. I have a bigger one that I'm thinking for opting for with. This is the bigger one. Pardon the mold that's kind of on it. I don't think it should be that bad. It's just an old piece of wood. Anyways, this piece of wood is almost level, but it does really kind of wiggle around there. As you can see, I'm just moving it with my hand. And it's not the perfect thing, but nothing's totally perfect. So thinking ahead here, I went ahead and laid both of the pieces of 2x4 on the metal frame at a nice angle from corner to corner. And I just wanted to see how much surface area I could cover. And also just check our levelness here, and it is almost perfect. Let me zoom in on that level. And you can see the bubbles leaning a little bit to the left, but that's okay, as I mentioned before. So let's go ahead and grab our brick and see how it sets. Covering as much of the wood as you can. So this brick is now about center right here, and the bubble on the level is still at the left, so obviously it wasn't that big of a change. This is just there to hold the piece of wood. If the motor tends to be strong enough to lift one off of the stand, at least we know we're safe. So that's what we're going on with that. So with the placement of the wood figured out, I'm trying to now choose a piece of wood that will be holding the 3D printed adapters. This is the 3D printed adapter I printed for an A10-3 rocket motor, and it's pretty small. It doesn't take up much room, and I feel like at the end of this project, I want to have 3 of these adapters, 3 of them in different sizes, one for a A10-3, one for a C65, and one for a B612. That way I can fire larger motors and keep going up the scale. And I've learned how the staging affects as more power and propellant is being transferred to the load. So definitely something I want to consider. Looking adjacent from the test stand, we have our piece of wood and the 3D printed adapter on top, and two drills. One is an impact, one is just a regular standard drill. One has a drill bit, one has a Phillips head screwdriver bit to it, so that way we can screw in this adapter and get it functioning on the thing. Then we'll check our alignment and we'll insert a motor to make sure that the fit isn't corrupted in any way. So without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, it is now time to drill into the 3D printed adapter. Alright, so as you can see now, the 3D printed adapter is on the piece of wood, and I'm about to stick a motor in there and check how it fits. So here we go. The moment of truth. The A103 in its adapter. It kind of is able to wiggle, but we'll put some tape to reinforce it if we need to. So that's a pretty good fit. I'm pretty happy with that. Thing to know, I will be removing the ejection charge in the motor that sits in the adapter, so that way at the end of the burn we won't have any unexpected pyrotechnics going on. So just to make everybody clear, that way I'm being safe and don't have anything unexpected at the end. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. The test stand build is going to be a 3-part series going on for about a week and a half, hopefully I can fit it in that time. So I just hope you guys can tune in to the rest of those videos, and there'll be lots of interesting and fascinating things, and then we'll finish off with a nice static fire at the end. So should be worth it, should be worth the wait. So hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching.